This is Check Raise.
What's it about?
It's I don't really know. I don't know. It's not like specific.
Cool.
Guys better recognize me with a smile. Out in it to your bandit's fate, but when I wear my heart can't feel. And I've seen things I didn't see before, like an open window after the closed door. No, not gonna keep playing these games all night now. And I'm not gonna force a smile if I don't have to say hello. No, 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 never gonna tell anyone more than they need to know. And I'm not that's a hand I lose every time when I play these stupid games before. And now, still play me one more hand before I go. Gonna go all in, or I fall now. Well, I might fall. The same that you play with my heart till I go insane. If I went, would you come too? Or would you leave still after all we've been through? Sonny, I still want what's mine, but you got some of me too this time. And no, not gonna keep playing these games all night now. And I'm not gonna force a smile if I don't have to say hello. No, 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 never gonna tell anyone more than they need to know. I'm not gonna show my comfortable, yeah, show me yours. Got to hand it loose every time when I play these stupid games before. But now, still play me one more hand before I go. Gonna go all in, or I fall now. Well, I might fall. If I don't have to say hello, no, 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 never gonna tell anyone more than they need to know. And I'm not gonna show my comfortable, yeah, show me yours. That's a hand I lose every time when I play your stupid games before. And now, still play me one more hand before I go. Gonna go all in, or I fall now. Well, I might fall. Yeah, my name's John Cordy. I play in a band called the Vintage Union. I play guitar and write some songs. And I come to Indianapolis. I've lived in Indy for about 14 years now, and I moved here in 8th grade from Alabama. And we moved to Alabama from South Bend, Indiana. So every time I move, it's basically culture shock.
Kind of where was your sanctuary when school wasn't going?
Yeah, I mean, I picked up a guitar in 8th grade. I got one for Christmas, and couldn't play it. You know, I could play like 2 or 3 chords. The first song I ever learned was Adam Sandler's Hanukkah song. Didn't really start taking it that seriously till later on in high school, and it was just something to do when you're hanging out and with friends and stuff. You know, more so than trying to get like good at the guitar back then. So
But I've also never been the kind of person that picked up a guitar and wanted it to be like, I was never trying to play like other people's stuff. It was always like I wanted to learn the things that were necessary for me to write my own stuff and to figure out my own thing. And the opportunity's there, so it's good. To emotion. Beg from my knees. Wow. The good news is we can play this tonight live. So that would be bad. I mean, I guess, like, you know, it starts out, like I said, you're kind of nervous to play a show or whatever, and it evolves into you're getting more shows, and it's like it's gotten to the point where we're playing shows with some people that I'm listening to on my what do they call it? iPod. Which is cool, and it's intimidating, but you know, we played with a band I listen to, they're Steepwater. It's a really solid rock and roll band, and we played a show with them, and like I don't get nervous to play shows anymore just because you get into the mode of like you're just doing it. But when we played that show, I was nervous for like a week before it. Like, I mean, it's just, we played with somebody that I would have been at that show even if we weren't playing it, you know. Yeah, right now the goals are to finish the record that we've been working on. We've got whatever 15 to 20 songs that we're trying to kind of pick and choose which ones we want to put on there. We've been just tracking them out and kind of getting them ready for actual studio. We plan on recording it in Chicago with Brandon Higgins. And hopefully we can get that record out and done the right way, and it sounds good, and pick the right songs, and people like it, and we can push that, you know, full force when it's done, and play a little bit of a tour for it and everything. So yeah, this is a song off the new record. Hopefully, I don't know if it'll be on there. I'm pretty sure this won't be on there, but hang on.
You getting a phone call?
This shit's blowing up, you know. I mean, I'm getting texts about the song I'm about to play.
Who is it?
It's Michelle.
Where's she live?
Michelle lives in Chicago. She wanted to hear something new, and so I emailed her a rough version of the song last night. She just texted me about it.
Well, you could get her on the phone and put it on speaker so she could hear you.
I could, but I absolutely won't. So sitting in this room in front of you two is awkward enough.
Do you want me to take my shirt off?
No, because that would be perfect. Basically, this song, you know, the whole new record is like, I've been trying really hard not to make it a breakup record, and it kind of is still, but I've tried to make it at least like the positive side of that, like the optimistic side of splitting up with somebody that you love, you know. And I went through that about a year ago, and slowly have moved on with my life. You still got to look at like the optimistic, like the bright side of things, and so there's a song called "The Bright Side."
Way on the bright side of it. All the little things that are just so big. I know I won't wait this time, so I go there in my mind to the bright side.
Can I get you anything?
Yeah, a drink would be nice.
Oh, I'm asking the camera. He's my friend today.
Fuck feelings left to feel inside that high. over. I'm waiting on the bright side of this. Yeah, all the little things that are something big. I know the wait is time. So I go there in my mind to the bright side. That she made.
Music does everything for me, so it's kind of hard to formulate words into like what that actually means, I guess. But I think it's the anti John word, really. I'm kind of shy, and you know, through music, it's like I don't have to be that way. I can say what I have to say. I guess it's like it's kind of my voice.
Wait, it's time. So I go there in my mind to the bright side. I'm waiting on the bright side of this.
Do you always get Denny's before shows, man?
No.
Do you always get Denny's before shows?
No. You gonna ask me again?
I didn't hear you the first time.
Sometimes after.
Yeah, all the little things that are something big. I know the wait is time. So I go there in my mind through the bright side.
They don't know who I am.
They clearly don't.
You don't know who I am? Hey, look at these guys. Hey, you want to take my mom's camcorder and make a movie? I'll just follow you around all day, man. It'd be sweet. Hey, don't let my mom see this tape. I'm not supposed to smoke in here. Don't use that.
See how this goes. Wow. You guys and your nice equipment.
What do you think about the practice tonight?
Oh, it went pretty good. We minus not having all the gear for the drums.
Tell us how you met John. How did you meet John?
Oh, I met him actually through our previous drummer, Nick. We actually worked at Lowe's, and he actually was like a temp worker there. And I was working like assembly, putting like grills together, lawnmowers. And basically, he found out somehow from the guys that you're losing my concentration, man.
How'd you meet this guy?
I never had your concentration.
I don't know.
Who is this guy anyway?
Yeah. He just showed up. He
You
was a stoner.
are 16 going on 17. You remember that one?
Yeah.
I don't remember the words.
Baby, it's time to think. I am 17, going on 18, and I will take care of you.
I only met them through you.
How do you know me?
I don't want to talk about it.
What was your first show with the Vintage Union like? Where was it?
It was in John's backyard, and it was an interesting one because I only practiced with them for like a week, less than a week, and we had like 12 songs. So I was very much struggling, which I think we were all struggling. I was actually just playing as a temporary player for him, and probably a few months later, I actually joined with them and started playing. And I think the first gig, actually being an official basis of Vintage Union, was out at Chicago at the Elbow Room, which was a fairly decent gig. But the only problem is, and everyone kind of knows this, when you're playing out of state, no one really knows who you are, so you hardly have a crowd. In Indiana, it's kind of hard starting out an original band because a lot of people come out to the bars and stuff, which is really the only places that we have to play, expecting to hear songs that they know, hearing cover bands and stuff, which isn't bad. I mean, I don't have anything against cover bands at all, but it gets old playing songs that have already been pre-recorded by other musicians, especially full-time. I've done it before and just never enjoyed it. I think in other cities, if you go out west more, or if you go more towards the East Coast, it'd be a little bit easier. It's just the way each state is. For instance, we were talking to a band that we played at the Volrath, and they said that they just did a tour. They were coming from Oregon, and they played in Wyoming, a place you wouldn't think hardly anyone would show up, and it was their best gig. They said they had a ton of people there, and they just absolutely loved it. So each state's different.
But basically, there's times where it's not easy growing up anywhere you live, really, but specifically in Plainfield, there was times where it was hard to not climb up something really tall and then jump off of it. And I kind of relived that through a situation with a friend that I won't get into, but this is kind of a song overall about growing up and just keeping your head up when things aren't going well. It's a song called "Keep Your Head Up."
Now keep your head up, no one sees what's coming looking down. I know it's tough growing up in a small Indiana town, and now these ancient wings protecting bigger, better things. The way while you contemplate how to fight for today, and the law say in their own way, we'll all feel your pain. Now keep your head up, it'll be okay now, yeah. She stumbles and she crumbles and she mumbles, I can't take this anymore. She's weeping and I'm screaming, she's not thinking it could go any slower now, yeah. Well, keep your head up, no one sees what's coming looking down. And I know it's tough growing up in a small Indiana town, and now these ancient wings protecting bigger, better things. The way while you contemplate how to fight for today, and the law say in their own way, we'll all feel your pain. Now keep your head up, it'll be okay now, yeah. This is change when things rearrange. It's strange, but it's growing on. There'll be tears in a few years, pain disappears. I know you're strong enough now. You keep your head on, no one sees what's coming looking down. I know it's tough small Indiana town, and now these ancient wings protecting bigger, better things. The way while you contemplate how to fight for today, and the law say in their own way, we'll all feel your pain. Now keep your head up, it'll be okay now, yeah. Now keep your head up, no one sees what's coming looking down. I know it's tough growing up in a small Indiana town, and now these ancient wings protecting bigger, better things. The way while you contemplate how to fight for today, and the law say in their own way, we'll all feel your pain. Now keep your head up, it'll be okay. When I first started playing, or the thing that made me want to pick up a guitar, I guess, is I heard Eric Clapton's Unplugged CD back in whenever that was, like 94 or 5 or whatever. That was kind of the beginning of me getting really into the blues. And that's kind of where I, more or less what I've been listening to since. I mean, I think music's cool like that because you can find something you like and then trace it back by like, okay, well, I really like the Black Crowes. Like, what were they listening to that got them off? Like, what inspired that music, you know? Like, and then once you find that, you're like, okay, well, what inspired that? And you just keep tracing it back, and it's like so much of it goes back to the same spot. Like, so much of it comes from. Eventually, it evolved from, you know, the Delta blues, like Robert Johnson and all that stuff back in the day. And so it's kind of hard not to just want to dive into that whole world and just live there through the guitar, as far as exploring, you know, material and new stuff.
Yeah, we need to follow these now.
This building right over here, across the parking lot, was where I lived for a minute while I went to Purdue.
Here you go. Here's that fun time, one of John's shows, 4 John shows. You gotta watch it on the camera, on the phone. No. Am I supposed to hit play?
Yeah.
You can't hear it. I don't think you need to hear it.
Wait, was that the women's?
Well, I went in the men's and it was out of toilet paper.
So where's this place? It's right here, huh? Just your old stomping grounds? Who'd you live there with?
Josh Andrews. We used to have a hanger hanging off the stairs there, and like every time we'd drink beer, we'd tie one of the bottles from it onto the hanger. So, and we called them the beer chimes. Like all our neighbors across the way would come and hang out and tie their beer to it too. And it got to the point where it wasn't funny anymore because my room was right in the front, like right by the door. And so every morning I woke up because all I heard was trash rattling around together.
Why don't you do us a favor and introduce who you're hanging out with?
Yeah. This is Wendy.
What's up, Wendy?
Hi.
It is windy.
It is windy out, and this is Wendy in the car. I'm taking your light. I'm gonna move.
Okay.
What about this guy?
We've actually met.
I seen a bottle, so you know.
This is Jonathan. We met at a place where we worked together. But yeah, we're here in Lafayette. Actually, technically, right now we're in West Lafayette at Purdue, where I wasted a few years of my life. Shit's gonna be pretty wrinkly. Just hot right now. Is there any like?
No.
Hey.
Oh yeah, we're playing a show in about a week. Yeah, I guess it is next weekend, isn't it? In Lafayette, Indiana. So that'll be good. Maybe, probably not. I'm nervous actually because my dad's side of the family all lives, not all of it, most of them, a lot of them live in Lafayette, and I think there's going to be some people there that I've never played in front of. So I'm not nervous in a bad way, but it's just kind of. Anytime you know you're going to play for somebody that you know, it's worse than playing, you know. I could play in front of 30,000 people I don't know and be fine. It's when you know them that makes it weird.
Well, here we are in Lafayette, Indiana, for the first time. We are the Vintage Union, one more time. The Vintage Union. First time we played this night. So later again, find cold fish with sexy men. Going to sleep and away, chase the pain away. She's the little girls that's been on. Yeah, so I'm waiting on the right side of the hill. All the little things I look to something big. I know what I want, what the wings coming. So I go there in my mind.
Well, it depends on how you define success. If success to you is doing what you love to do, then we're successful. Now, like because to me that's how I define it. If it's being rich and you know having all kinds of money and attention for what you do, then we're not there yet. But at the end of the day, it's what makes me happy. That's the only thing that's going to work and make life tolerable. So here we are.
Reach deep down in your pocket, show me something I don't know. Even if your hands are empty, I tell you I refuse to feel alone, you know. Don't wanna find excuses, all I wanna do is smile. I think I found I miss myself, I think I have for a while now. I think I just wanna be happy.
You know, every song that he writes, he just puts so much of his soul into, and it just makes for a great song.
It's weird because initially when I met him, I was hearing rumors that he did sing, which I couldn't see that at all. And then when I finally went out to a show, I seen him, and it was like, whoa, this guy sings. Like I didn't, because you know Johnny doesn't speak, or you know what I mean. So it kind of blew me away. Definitely, man, the dudes are very talented, man. They're up and coming, and a lot of people are gonna be shocked, like I was. Just you better check them out, because they're gonna be here and they're gonna stay for a while. I said so. My opinion matters. So.
I just think they haven't been discovered by the right person yet. I think they're awesome. I think that when the right person hears them, they're going to take off. But John, he's a great friend, and glad he's in my life because it wouldn't be the same without him, and it's a great time.
One of those moves right now that you had.
Dude, I don't know if I can grace you with one of those moves because I didn't have the beat, but man, they were tearing it up. I wasn't the only one dancing though. Everybody was dancing. People were coming up out of their seats dancing. I mean, when the Vintage Union breaks it down, man, people could feel it. It was good. Dude, I hope good things. This guy just walked up with a mustache, which is really good endorsement of the band. That's awesome. Yeah, this guy, I mean, he came up for it.
This guy, seriously. I mean, he's an SAS. He's a fan of the band. I mean, do you want to say something about what you thought about the performance tonight?
Great show.
Great show. Is it as good as your mustache, though?
It was, I mean, yeah, it's probably definitely better than the mustache. It's just terrible. The mustache is terrible, so it's gotta be better than that.
The Vintage Union played Down Under, but they were tops tonight. I loved it. It was good stuff. Good jam.
I know I'll miss you on the way. Well, I think I just wanna be happy.